Good evening, and welcome to day 17 of Bedtime Yoga for better sleep. This evening's practice is a release practice, a slow stretch with supported reclining poses. If you have some blocks for this practice, have them close by. We'll use them in the first two poses. If you don't have blocks, you could use a blanket or a towel or even a firm pillow. And if you don't have any of those things, you can do the poses without any support and they will still be effective. If you're using a blanket or towel, if you bring it into a square or something like and roll it up, you'll then place it lengthwise up your mat so that you can lie back onto it. If you're using a blanket or towel, you sit on the floor quite close to it and lie your spine back onto the towel and make sure your head is supported too. If you're going to join me on your blocks, you can take the first block on its low height, place it lengthwise up the mat, and then a second block on its middle height, going across and just a few inches away from the first block. You might change the height and position of this as you come back. Sit your way down a few inches away from that first block, so as you lie back, it meets the middle of your back. And then rest your head onto the second block. As I said, if you don't have any supports available, you can lie straight back onto the ground. That's okay too. And if you get into one of these supported poses and it feels a little too intense for you, feel free to remove them and lie back more comfortably. Just let your hands rest off the side of your mat with your palms facing upwards. And you can experiment how wide you have your arms, if you have them quite close to your sides, or if you take them off like a capital letter T. Once you've found comfortable position in your hips, your shoulders, and your neck, you can choose how you'd like to have the legs. Now, having your knees bent with your feet on the floor is the most gentle for the low back in a supported position. If you feel okay here, you can remain here, or you can explore trying a cross-legged seat position for the legs. Straighten the legs out, or as I'm going to do, pop the soles of your feet together and let the knees go wide. And we're just going to spend a few breaths here, letting go of some tension from the hips and the shoulders. Start to breathe in deeply. These supported gentle back bends are really good at offering us plenty of space to breathe into the front body, opening up into the belly and the chest, and slowly exhaling through your nose. If you find your upper back rounds because of your daily activities, or you find it hard to maintain an upright posture for any reason, this supported pose can really help to counter some of that rounding. And a lot of that work there is done with the breath too. Breathing deeply, opening up the front ribs and the chest, stretching out all of those tight muscles in the front body. See if there's anything you can release here, anything you're holding on to that you could let go of. Maybe some tension in your toes or your glutes, your shoulders, or maybe there's some tension lingering around your jaw or your forehead. What can you release? You can carefully help your knees back up if they will go out in Baddha Konasana. And lengthen the low back by picking up your hips and slightly scooping the tail away from the low back towards the knees and bringing your hips back down, your bum back down, just so that you can make sure you've got space in your back. How you come out of this is up to you. You can roll to your side or sit up. And we'll move the support from behind us, but have it to hand for the next posture. So you can lie back down once you've moved it, and if you're able to lie down without a pillow under your head, please do, as we're coming into a supported bridge and we don't want to apply excess tension to your neck in this pose. So walk your feet close in towards your bum. Just make sure your hips feel comfortable, shoulders too. If you don't have support, this is a starting position. If you have blocks or a pillow or a folded up towel or blanket still, then you're going to take it, push through your feet and lift up your hips. Slide that support underneath your bum to a position where you feel supported. Resting down onto it. Just let the hands rest by your sides. Turn the palms up again. Make sure you feel safe and supported here. And we'll extend the right leg fully straight, resting the heel down onto the ground. So this here is to release tension from the front of a right thigh, the hip flexors, the front of the body as a whole on this right side. Should you wish to go a little bit deeper into this stretch, you can pull your left knee up in towards your torso and hold on to it, drawing it in towards you. And this looks much the same if you're lying directly onto the ground without support. It's just a little bit less of a front body stretch, but it's still a wonderful release. Follow your breaths in and really elongate your exhales. Let them go fully. Release your left leg if you have it and place your foot back onto the ground and bring your right foot back in, also back into that supported bridge shape. If you need to adjust your hips, make sure you're comfortable still, and then you can extend your left leg out and rest your heel on the floor. Relax into it, hands can rest down. If you wish to go that little bit extra on this side too, bring the right knee up and in towards your torso and gently pull it in. Your inhales travel low in towards your belly, and your long exhales can carry away excess tension from your day. Release into the pose. You can gradually release your right leg. Place your foot back onto the floor. Bring your left leg in also. Take a deep breath and let it go. On your next inhale, push through your feet and lift your hips up off your block or your support. Move it out from under you and then roll down from your upper back, down into your middle back and all the way to your low back and bum. Pull your knees in towards your torso, hold on to the shins and gently rock side to side to release your low back. Place your left foot onto the floor with your knee bent and cross either your right ankle onto your left knee like a reclining figure four, or if you prefer, you can slide your right thigh all the way on top of your left, so we're taking a reclining cowface pose. Both of these will target the hip stretch. Start to pick the knees up in towards your chest if you can. If you're in figure four, you'll hold on to the left thigh or shin. If you're in the cow face pose, you'll take your feet quite wide, knees towards the center of your chest, and hold on to either your knees, your shins, or your feet. And relax through your low back and shoulders in both poses. If you're feeling very fatigued tonight or extra tight in your hips, you're always welcome to stay with figure four with the foot on the floor, where you still benefit from external rotation, but without as much intensity. And we'll release the feet or the shins if you have them in reclining cow face. Bring the lower legs together. Now if you're in figure four, stay in your figure four. This works just the same. We're going to put the left foot down, move the hips a little bit over to the right, and then pick your feet back up and go to the left with the legs into a twist. If having the figure four or the wrap doesn't feel good to you, unwrap your legs and stack them on top of each other. Stretch your right arm all the way out to the right. Give your left shoulder a little lift and shimmy. And look out to the right if that feels okay on your neck this evening. Relax through the outside of your left leg. And bring your head back to neutral. At some point, unwrap your legs as you bring them back to neutral. Square yourself back up on your mat and slide your left ankle onto your right knee for figure four, or your left thigh over top of a right for your reclining cow face pose. You're welcome to keep your feet rooted or to pull them up to your chest. So lots of options going on with these for you to find the version that really works for you tonight. Looking for some degree of hip stretch to release tension from the hips, where we can store a lot of stiffness and tightness. If you're in the cow face pose, you can hold your knees, your shins, or your feet. And relax again through your low back. Release a little from your shoulders. And follow your breath. Release your hold If you're in cowface, squeeze your feet closer together again. You can pop the right foot on the floor and move your hips to the left just to make this twist more accessible. And either remaining in figure 4 or cowface, your knees can go to the right. Find some support for the legs to rest down. And turn your head to the left. Adjust and wiggle until you feel comfortable enough to maintain the pose with an easy breath. Just scan if there's anywhere you're gripping and holding in the legs. Can you soften even just a little bit? Same with the shoulders and the arms. Letting go gradually. Turn your head back to neutral. Bring the legs up at any point, unraveling them, and slide your hips back to the center line. Rest your hands onto your belly. Let your knees rest in together. Take a full belly breath in. Take your time. And a big sigh out. Release. And gradually make your way onto your side and up to your seat. Rest your hands together. And as you sit tall, you can thank yourself for coming to your mat this evening. Let's breathe in and out. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed this Bedtime Yoga for Better Sleep class. For a whole month of Bedtime Yoga, be sure to check out the series. Until next time, good night.